I had a flash marriage. My bargain husband is a policeman, and I am a lawyer. After marriage, he arrests people all over the world, and I bail people out all over the world. Until the person he worked hard to arrest was bailed out by me in no time. He sneered. Emily, what a clever move. I fake smiled. Officer Liam, just handling matters according to the law. Before the words faded, he pulled me into his arms, his voice hoarse. Wife, shouldn't we also go home and handle matters according to the law?
Welcome to listen to my full sweet love series novel. I'm the blogger and I'm Twilight's novel. Now let's start the main story.
My marriage with Liam started from an efficient and pragmatic blind date. He is 29, and I am 28. He is busy arresting people all over the city, and I am busy fighting lawsuits to bail people out. Common points. Neither of us has time for romance, and both are pressured to death by our families to marry. At the blind date, we took 5 minutes to confirm each other's needs. He said, Emily, I have a busy job, chaotic schedule, and I go on missions any time. I said, what a coincidence. My clients need me anytime too, so let's not complain about each other. Then we quickly reached a strategic cooperation. On the wedding night, we initially intended to go through the routine that adults should follow. Although years of handling divorce cases have made my heart colder than a fish cleaning knife at Durunfa. But Liam's muscular build and model-like face make it hard not to have lustful thoughts. Based on the principle of legal and free. It would be a waste not to sleep with him. I must taste what he's like. But right after I finished showering, the phone rang. A client cried, Emily, that bastard went to a hotel with his mistress. I'm going to catch them in the act. I jolted awake. Stay calm, go report someone for soliciting prostitution, then wait for me. But what if the police arrive after they're done? I turned to look at Liam, who just stepped out of the bathroom, hair still dripping. Officer Liam, care to go on a mission? So late at night, I brought my policeman husband to the scene to catch the affair. At the police station, the client first beat up the scumbag and the mistress, then started crying. I accompanied her through the procedures and comforted her until almost dawn. When I returned home, I could barely keep my eyes open, and all impure thoughts were gone. The next day, Liam had a normal shift, but luckily I got home early. I thought about continuing where we left off yesterday. But right after he finished eating, the phone rang. Team leader Liam, the suspect has appeared. The next second, a client frantically begged me for help. Emily, I've been invited for tea, please bail me out. We exchanged glances and nodded tacitly. I need to go arrest someone. I need to go bail someone out. These two sentences became high-frequency words in our future communication. My best friend commented, people would think you're like black and white impermanence meeting KPIs. No choice, our professions are special. The pot shouldn't call the kettle black. On the third day of marriage, I went on a business trip for a month. When I returned, I habitually went back to my own home. My mom looked confused. Did you fight? I slapped my forehead. Sorry, I forgot I'm married. How are things developing between you two now? I replied perfunctorily, pretty good. He arrests his people, and I bail out my people. He treats home as a dorm, and I treat home as a hotel. When necessary, we act like an affectionate couple in front of the elders. Well, it is pretty good. But the elders from both families were extremely anxious. If you don't have a child soon, you'll be an elderly mother. Liam, you're 30 already. If you don't hurry up, you won't be able to have kids. My heart sank. Is that true? It would be a huge loss if he's all looks and no performance. Online, they say, men over 25 are like 60, looking old on the outside and small on the inside. I suddenly felt regret. I should have found a younger man. No, I was attracted to Liam's genes. This chance to optimize the offspring shouldn't be wasted. I stepped on the gas and rushed home. My best friend called. Babe, wanna hang out tonight? I said weakly. Thanks, but I just got out of court, my energy is drained. Go absorb some masculine energy from your officer Liam. With that 1.9-meter height and those muscles, he looks very capable. Then she sent an 18+ animated GIF titled, Pick one to use tonight. It made me blush. But Liam's muscles are indeed impressive. Last time he changed clothes, I accidentally glimpsed his 8-pack abs and V-line under his vest, and I almost couldn't resist touching them to check. While lost in thought, Liam suddenly messaged, "Your package has arrived." It was the books I bought for exam preparation. "Are you home?" I asked. He replied, "Yes." Perfect timing, location, and harmony. I rushed home quickly. He had actually cooked dinner. Tomato and eggs, mushroom and rape greens, and potato stew with beef. He explained somewhat sheepishly, "Mom said you like these dishes." I buried my head and chewed. Well, it's delicious. After a busy day, it feels nice to have a man cook for me at home. After eating and drinking, I took the initiative to wash the dishes. When I came out, he was sitting on the sofa, patiently explaining on the phone. "Yes, Auntie, you must download the anti-fraud app on your phone." "Auntie, I'm not a scammer, I'm really a policeman." "Yes, after downloading it, you can get 10 eggs at the community center." Meanwhile, I was on the other side advising a client for tomorrow's trial. Don't call the judge Your Honor, like in ancient times. The court is about evidence. Swearing is useless. Don't call me a mage, I really can't cast spells. We each minded our own business, like roommates. Ah, what a desireless married life. After finishing, he stood up. "It's a bit late, time to sleep?" I nodded. "Okay." When standing up, I felt dizzy and unsteady. He quickly grabbed my hand to steady me. "Be careful." His hand was large and warm, with a thin layer of calluses. He was wearing loose home clothes, but they couldn't hide his bursting hormones. My heart skipped a beat. We walked into the bedroom. His ears were slightly red. "Do you want to sleep on the inside or outside?" "Either is fine." We lay down separately, properly. The air was silent. After a few seconds of silence, he suddenly spoke. "Emily, can I kiss you?" I was stunned. He's quite polite. Just as I was about to say, "Yes," his phone rang. "Team leader Liam, there's a fight at XX nightclub. The team is at another scene, can you come?" Liam looked at me apologetically. "Sorry, I need to go arrest someone." What could I say? "Okay, be careful." He quickly changed clothes and left. Lying in bed, I felt a bit lost. We've been married for over a month, and we haven't even kissed. Forget it, I'll study instead. Us strong women must focus on our careers. Just as I picked up the book, my phone rang. "Emily, my son got into a fight and was arrested by the police. Please bail him out. Price is negotiable. Send me the address, I'll be right there." I grabbed my coat and briefcase and rushed out. I'm very familiar with cases involving impulsive young people. Bailing people out requires speed, accuracy, and stability. When I arrived at the scene, it was chaotic. Police lights flashed at the bar entrance, with several young people squatting on the ground. I immediately spotted Kevin Wong in his eye-catching pink sweatshirt. As I approached, I saw a familiar upright figure in police uniform. Liam? I should have asked him to give me a ride. He was talking to a colleague with his head down. Kevin saw me and cried out as if seeing a savior. "Humph, my lawyer is here, you'll regret this." This made Liam turn around. Our eyes met. He looked at me, then at the people on the ground, frowning slightly. "Officer Liam." I put on a professional smile and stepped forward. "This is my client. May I ask what he is suspected of?" "Group fighting, property damage, and obstructing official duties." Liam's tone was businesslike. "I didn't." The brat struggled to stand up but was pressed down by the police. "Emily." They twisted my arm as soon as they arrived. "Look, it's bruised." I glanced. The mark was so faint you'd need a magnifying glass to see it. "Officer Liam, were there any irregularities in the enforcement process? My client seems injured." "Emily." Liam interrupted me, his voice deeper. "The body cam is on, recording the entire process. Your client refused to cooperate, and we took necessary measures." The brat kept shouting. "Emily, look. This policeman is so mean. Sue him, send him to jail." My temple throbbed. "Shut up. Do you think I'm some kind of super lawyer? Besides, he's my husband." If not for you, we would have kissed. Liam coldly glanced at Kevin. Criminal Law Article 277. Those who use violence or threats to obstruct state officials from performing their duties may be sentenced to up to 3 years in prison, detention, control, or a fine. I said. He's right. The brat immediately shut up. Liam ordered. Take him away. Kevin got scared and grabbed my hand. Emily, save me. Huh, now you're scared? Liam stared at his hand holding mine, his face darkening. He pulled it away and with a snap, rewarded him with a pair of rose gold handcuffs. In the end, Kevin was taken to the police station. As his defense lawyer, I naturally followed. In the mediation room, I sat next to Kevin. Liam sat opposite, expressionless. But every time I defended Kevin, his jaw tightened. Kevin is a first-time offender. The circumstances are minor. He threw the first punch. Liam coldly added. The other party obviously provoked him. That's no reason to fight. He is willing to compensate. Handling according to the law isn't about paying to settle. I got angry too. Officer Liam, watch your words. I'm legally defending my client's rights. But are you letting personal feelings affect your duty? Personal feelings? Liam repeated, his eyes dark and exuding an overwhelming sense of pressure. Emily, what personal feelings? Him calling you sister, or him grabbing your hand? Outside, his colleagues watching were shocked. Is that the lawyer sister-in-law team leader Liam married in a flash? Are they exchanging performance metrics? One arrests, the other bails out. This marriage is just adding internal circulation to the legal system. Someone held back laughter and brought 2 cups of water. Team leader, Emily, have some water, calm down. Liam shot a cold glance, and the young policeman immediately shrank his neck and closed the door. Kevin whispered to me. Emily, that expressionless policeman seems to target us. I looked up helplessly. Kid, can't you see he wants to lock you in the deepest cell? After intense defense, we reached a settlement. The brat was given a verbal reprimand, educated, and ordered to compensate. Leaving the mediation room, Liam followed me. Under the dim corridor light, he suddenly grabbed my wrist. I turned around. He looked down at me, his voice low with a hint of resentment. Sister. He's just a client, young, so he calls me that. I explained, feeling his fingertips burn. He held your hand. He stared at me, dissatisfied. A kid scared, it was reflexive. A 22-year-old kid? He scoffed. Officer Liam. I raised an eyebrow. Are you mixing personal matters during work hours? I leaned close to his ear, smiling. Or are you jealous? He was speechless, his Adam's apple moving. He muttered, You're my wife. Then he left. I finished the procedures with Kevin and ran into Liam at the entrance. He had changed into casual clothes, black shirt and pants, tall and imposing, with an aura that felt 2 meters 8. Sorry for the trouble, Officer Liam. I'll take him now, he said grimly. Emily, what a clever move. I fake smiled. Officer Liam, just handling matters according to the law. Before I finished, he suddenly pulled my hand. Without a word, he strode outside. Caught off guard, I exclaimed. What are you doing? Going home, he said firmly, adding, handling matters according to the law. Kevin watched wide-eyed in shock. Hey, let go of my lawyer. What law are you following? I'll call the police. Liam didn't look back, throwing out. Marriage law. He drove in silence. Quiet. Only our breathing audible. The phone rang abruptly. It was Kevin. Emily, when did you get married? You're actually married. His loud voice was full of shock. Then what was today? A part of your couple's role play. And why marry someone so old? Older men are all. Suddenly, he braked. My phone almost flew out. Liam, face dark, unbuckled his seatbelt. I'm going to buy something. He got out, his back tense. I picked up the phone, whispering. Shut up, cause less trouble, or I'll double the fee. Liam went to a convenience store and soon returned. He opened the door and handed me a cup of hot milk. I was surprised. When taking it, I touched his cool fingertips. What did you buy? I asked casually. He didn't answer, just tossed a small box. I looked down. 001. Extra large. I immediately fell silent. I silently drank the milk, my ears burning. It seemed an intense battle at home was unavoidable. After arriving home, we changed shoes at the entrance, one after the other. The atmosphere was so tense you could wring water from it. Liam, Kevin is just my client's son, he likes to have fun, I'm not close with him. I broke the silence first. He just replied flatly, No emotion detectable. Looking at his tense profile, I couldn't help but laugh. This man is fun when jealous. I stepped closer. Or is Officer Liam upset that I bailed out someone you arrested? I was just handling matters according to the law. Taking him by surprise, I stood on tiptoe and quickly kissed his cheek. How about a kiss to calm down? Liam stiffened. The next second, he pinned me against the entryway cabinet, his tall figure looming over me. Just as he was about to kiss me, we instinctively and tacitly glanced at our phones. They didn't ring. We've been conditioned. Emily. His voice was hoarse, his gaze intense. Now, isn't it my turn to handle matters according to the law? That depends on Officer Liam's skills. His eyes darkened, and he sealed my lips with a kiss. We kissed from the living room to the bedroom. But, a few minutes later, Liam. You. Damn, why does he have to be so big? After mentally preparing myself, I took a deep breath. Okay, let's start. He looked defeated. It's over. Over. I felt shattered. Heavens, I've been kind all my life. I don't deserve this. Emily, Liam hesitated. His ears were bright red, filled with self-doubt and panic. I just remembered I have a contract to review. I'll go to the study. I fled, afraid I might cry. Slumping in the study chair, about to complain to my best friend, she sent a voice message. Ugh, dating a younger man is annoying. He's always clinging, only thinking about bed. So much energy, I can't even get out of bed. I burst into tears. Some are too dry, some are too wet. Liam is incompetent. It ended before it began. Wah, he's so handsome and big. Why only a few thrusts? Even a kiddie ride lasts 3 minutes with a coin. My best friend was shocked. Really? With my experience, Officer Liam's hardware should be top tier. She suddenly realized. Wait. Is Liam a virgin? So he finished quickly? Me. A 30-year-old virgin? And with Liam's face and body, how could he be single? Best friend, true, then it's just age performance decline. Men over 25 are like 60. I felt more desperate. I want a divorce. I need a strong young wolf under 25. Wah, shouldn't have married an older man. He looks tall and strong, but inside he's weak. No wonder Liam couldn't find anyone at his age. I shouldn't have been fooled by his handsome face. If I had known earlier, I would have worked hard for a few more years and kept a young, obedient man. Wouldn't that be better? Just as I was venting to my best friend, Liam suddenly knocked on the door. Emily. My colleague was injured on duty. I need to go check on him. He was already dressed and seemed in a hurry. I didn't react immediately. Oh, is he okay? He's in the hospital, not too serious. I said. Oh. He rushed out the door and left quickly. I stared at the ceiling, feeling hopeless. Let me summarize my new husband. Old, never home and finishes too fast. Emily, your life is so hard. What's worse, I was woken up early by work. The firm had a tough case. The client was involved in a hot online topic. A boy had committed suicide after his girlfriend broke up with him. The family and netizens crucified the girl, accusing her of being a gold digger and driving her ex-boyfriend to death. The girl was cyberbullied into losing her job and was on the verge of a breakdown. Many lawyers won't take the case because the online public opinion is too terrifying. But I really wasn't after his money. He did transfer money to me, but I returned it all to his family later. I just couldn't stand his controlling behavior and endless suspicion. I thought he was psychologically unstable. I never meant to drive him to death. The girl's voice trembled as she sobbed. But now everyone is cursing me. My family is being harassed. I don't understand. I just wanted to break up. Was I wrong? Seeing her red, swollen eyes, I handed her a tissue. Ma'am, the court focuses on evidence. And you must be 100% honest with your lawyer. Everything I said is true, but no one believes me. This case. I closed the file. I'll take it. The case itself wasn't complicated. The challenge was the overwhelming online trial. I quickly traveled to the local area to gather evidence. The process went smoother than expected. Financial records showed mutual transactions during their relationship, not one-sided demands. Chat logs revealed the boy was extremely controlling, constantly questioning her whereabouts and loyalty. The girl had tried to communicate multiple times to no avail, and eventually broke up under the pressure. The boy had made verbal threats. After the girl blocked him, he took an extreme step in a moment of despair. After gathering evidence, I busily prepared for the trial. The boy's family sued her for fraud. On the day of the trial, many media and righteous netizens gathered outside the court. I shielded the girl and quickly passed through the crowd. The trial went smoothly. Our evidence and cross-examination proceeded as planned. Afterward, I patted the girl's shoulder. Don't worry, we can win. After days of hard work, I returned home exhausted. On the way, I thought about messaging Liam to ask what we were eating for dinner, but he called first, sounding urgent. Emily, have you seen the news? The case you took has been exposed online. The comments are very nasty. I clicked the link he sent. Topics like hashtag unethical lawyer defends gold digger hashtag and hashtag disgrace to the legal profession hashtag were trending, with vile comments. I closed my eyes tiredly and turned off the news. Officer Liam, what about you? Do you also think I'm a money-grubbing, unethical lawyer? Liam's voice was firm without hesitation. I believe in your professional ethics and judgment. Somehow, his words eased most of my frustration. After hanging up, on a whim, I drove near Liam's police station, hesitating whether to wait for him to finish work or surprise him directly. Then I spotted him walking out side by side with a woman. Liam was holding a little boy, about 3 or 4 years old. The woman looked haggard, tears in her eyes, saying something to him. Liam, I was wrong to leave you back then. Actually, after breaking up with you, I felt guilty too. I thought I was too pragmatic. I never blamed you for what happened back then. He took an envelope from his pocket and handed it to her. The woman refused. No, I can't take your money. He insisted. It's for the child. My first reaction was, damn, that's marital property. Liam carried the child to the car, and the woman followed. I furiously stopped recording on my phone and called him directly. I'm home. What are you doing? He paused. I ran into an old classmate. Something came up. I'll be home a bit late. Classmate? Ex-girlfriend, right? I even suspected the child might be his. I was already exhausted to the point of burning out. But seeing this, my fighting spirit skyrocketed. I quietly followed his car and, sure enough, they stopped at a budget hotel. Well, going to check in? Daring to cheat on me? I'll make you leave with nothing but your underwear. While gritting my teeth and continuing to record evidence, I quickly debated whether to catch them in the act or call the police. Now I understand how those clients feel. My only thought was to rush up and beat up the cheating couple. Just then, I saw Liam come out of the hotel alone. That fast. Well, with his skills, even an hourly room is a waste. What does that woman see in him? His age? His speed? He noticed me and was clearly stunned. Emily? What are you doing here? He looked flustered. Did you misunderstand? I opened the voice recorder on my phone, cold-faced. Shut up. Now I ask you answer. Is that woman your classmate or your ex-girlfriend? He pursed his lips, looking guilty. Classmate and ex-girlfriend. Good. Liam, Emily, your legal spouse, caught you meeting your ex-girlfriend at a hotel late at night, with financial transactions. Clear facts, sufficient evidence. I announced, arms crossed. He panicked instantly. Let me explain, it's not what you think. I glared at him. Shut up. State your demand. I have no demand. Fine, you have no demand, but I do. I lifted my foot and kicked him hard in the crotch. Damn you, you cheating scum. With his poor skills, he still dares to have an affair? So pathetic yet eager. Liam bent over in pain, veins bulging on his forehead. Nothing happened. You misunderstood. She's in trouble, I was just helping. Misunderstand what? Because I didn't catch you in the act? If only you hadn't finished so fast, I might have caught you red-handed. Just then, the ex-girlfriend rushed out in a panic. Liam, what's wrong? Who is this? He was sweating in pain, embarrassed. My wife. Emily, I think you've misunderstood. She stepped forward quickly. Could I have a few minutes of your time? After the initial panic, Liam's ex-girlfriend, Chloe, invited me back into the hotel. This is my son, almost 4. She pulled the timid child closer. The child whispered, Auntie, hello. Today, I had a fight with my husband. I called the police, and Liam happened to be on duty. She looked down, explaining awkwardly. I had nowhere to go temporarily, so Liam helped us find a place to stay. It dawned on me. Emily, oh Emily, and you call yourself a lawyer. When it comes to myself, all rationality goes out the window. She has a child with her. What would they do in a hotel? Liam and I dated briefly in college. It wasn't long. She explained softly. Back then, his father was sick and needed a lot of money. There was a national recruitment drive for college students with subsidies, so he joined the army to help his family. After he enlisted, we lost touch. The long distance led to arguments. Later, another guy pursued me. His conditions were good, so I broke up with Liam. Later, I heard he did well in the army and got into a military academy. I got married after graduation and became a stay-at-home mom for the kids. But these years, my husband's business failed. He drinks often and hits me when drunk. I keenly caught the key point. Have you been suffering long-term domestic violence? Professional habit kicked in instantly. She turned away, embarrassed. That's not important. What matters is, there's really nothing between Liam and me. Don't misunderstand. Today, he just pitted us and Liam isn't important. I interrupted her, tone serious. What's important is, Miss Chloe, I think you need legal aid. She smiled bitterly, clenching her fingers. No need. I can't afford lawyer fees. I won't charge. She was stunned. Not because of Liam. I looked at her and said word by word. But for the countless women trapped in similar situations. Our law firm has a free legal aid program specifically for domestic violence victims. Chloe broke down, covering her face as she cried. But I have no income. My family can't help. Every time, he kneels and begs for forgiveness, but it happens again. When I mention divorce, he threatens me, says I'll never see the kids again. You will, I said firmly. You'll get the kids and the assets. Trust me. Hope flickered in her eyes as she thanked me excitedly. Thank you. Liam said his wife is a lawyer, beautiful and kind. Seeing you today. It's true. You're both good people. After I left him so pragmatically back then, he didn't blame me and still helped. And you didn't target me because of who I am. I smiled, indicating no need for thanks. People have hearts. It's natural to feel compassion for those suffering. Especially for a former lover. Chloe, as if worried I might still doubt, added. Emily, Liam and I weren't together long. We never were intimate. I hope this won't cause issues between you. He doesn't talk much, might not be great with women, but I can tell he really cares about you. It hit me. Did Liam only have this one relationship? Remembering his awkward, flustered behavior that night. Could he really have been a virgin? I suddenly recalled what I'd just done to him. Oh no. I'll contact you tomorrow to discuss details. I hurriedly told Chloe. I need to handle some domestic matters. Downstairs, Liam was waiting in the car. Expressionless, but pale. I approached him guiltily. Liam, sorry, I misunderstood. Are you still in pain? He looked down, face blank. What do you think? Emily, how should the law punish a wife for attempting to murder her husband? I glanced down at my pointy-toed shoes. I'm so dead. As a lawyer, it's the first time I've been left speechless. Back home, feeling repentant, I followed him closely. Hubby, should I check the injury? He changed shoes silently. No need. I moved closer. Should we go to the hospital? No. Then. I took an ice pack from the fridge. Online says icing might help. He stopped, turned, and gave me a deep look, eyes dark. Ice. Yeah, reduces swelling and pain. I smiled apologetically. He suddenly pulled me close, his voice low and dangerous. Fine. Then I'll trouble lawyer Emily. To handle it personally. My heart raced. Then, take your pants off. He raised an eyebrow, unbuckled his belt with a click, a hint of mischief in his action. My eyes drifted down uncontrollably. Even at rest, it's substantial. My ears burned inexplicably. My hand trembled as I held the ice, closing my eyes and shoving it toward his crotch. He gasped sharply. SSS. Does it hurt? I pulled my hand back, startled. Cold. His Adam's apple moved. How does it feel now? I asked cautiously. No feeling. Oh no, I have. Did I break it? Flustered, I didn't know where to look. Changing the topic. That. Chloe's domestic violence case. I'll provide free legal aid. He looked surprised, expression softening. Really? Thank you, Emily. Mention someone else, and the act drops. I deliberately dragged out my tone, teasing. I heard. She's your first love. Can't forget her, Officer Liam? He quickly explained. Emily, there's really nothing between us. Nothing what? I tilted my head, smiling. Liam, have you only had this one relationship? He muttered a low hum. Served in the army for years. After transferring, work's always busy. No time to date. I was stunned. My heart felt tickled by a feather. So he really was a virgin that night. Though I don't have a virgin complex, I felt inexplicably pleased. Chastity is truly a man's best dowry. I hit the jackpot. I pressed on. But she's your only first love, seeing her in a bad state. Shouldn't you, the domineering officer, make a bold move, rekindle the flame like in those novels? He frowned, confused. What kind of novel has such messed up values? As a married man, cheating would get me fired. He paused, voice lower. Honestly, seeing her abused after all these years did upset me. Back then, she was pretty, smart, dreamed of being a great translator. Now she's haggard, covered in bruises. How did marriage grind down a bright girl like that? Her husband deserves to die. I felt moved too. According to Chloe, her husband abused and manipulated her long-term. She endured it for the kids. And you don't resent her for dumping you? Liam shook his head. I wronged her back then. I left abruptly, barely kept in touch. Couldn't offer companionship or support. Her choosing better is understandable. Then he added urgently. Wife, I just didn't want you to misunderstand, so I said classmate. Don't. I laughed. Got it, just teasing. It's just an ex. Who doesn't have 1, 2, 3 or 4 exes? I immediately regretted it. Liam narrowed his eyes, sharp like interrogating a suspect. 1, 2, 3, 4? Hee. That, the ice melted? I'll get more. He grabbed my hand. I was horrified to find that the previously dormant part of him was now standing at attention. How is he better already? Liam? You. Why are you excited about me mentioning exes? Lawyer Emily. He leaned in, trapping me between his chest and arm. I've confessed about my ex. For fairness, shouldn't you confess about yours? I avoided his gaze guiltily. One of my exes. I had him sent to prison. He nodded, fingers tracing my wrist. And the other 3? Forgotten. I tried to evade. If I told him, This jealous man would surely retaliate. He lowered his head, nose almost touching mine, breath hot. Think carefully. Confess for leniency. What if I resist? I stubbornly said. He chuckled lowly, hips pressing forward maliciously. Then it's punishment. Liam, you. My face burned. How could he be so shameless? Hubby, I think it's injured today, needs rest. His eyes darkened, he laughed softly. It's in good condition. And urgently needs redemption. No escape. He carried me and threw me onto the bed. He seemed determined to redeem himself, trying hard to prove his prowess and learning ability. From awkward to skilled in half an hour. From the bed to the bathroom, fully demonstrating a police officer's physical fitness and amazing learning curve. When I was too tired to lift a finger, he still whispered in my ear. Lawyer Emily, satisfied with this performance? Ranked where among your 1, 2, 3, 4? I had no strength left. Liam, you're abusing power. I'll sue you. He nibbled my ear and chuckled softly. Emily, tonight, I'm going rogue. Give me a longer sentence? Ah, did he take something? This isn't scientific. Next morning, the first thing I did groggily was check my phone. Seeing an unread message from my best friend, I clicked instinctively. Girl, I've lined up some young guys. Since you're divorcing anyway, join me after work to scout. A dangerous voice came from behind. Divorce? Wanting younger guys? My hand shook. Phone almost hitting my face. No. Hubby, let me explain. I mean, listen. But Liam didn't give me a chance to explain. He just got to work, proving with actions that he's far from old and feeble. I was completely worn out. He even made me clear his name. My officer Liam is way better than those young guys. I won't divorce anymore. Holding my aching back. Worse, I had to rush to work early. He looked refreshed, in a great mood. We went downstairs, ready to go our separate ways. Him arresting people, me bailing them out. But as we stepped out, a stranger rushed over, pointing at me and yelling. You're that unethical lawyer. How dare you show your face? He threw a water bottle at me. Liam quickly shielded me. Kicked the man 2 meters away. A textbook perfect takedown. I was mesmerized. Damn, my man is so cool. The man grimaced in pain, saw Liam's tall, muscular build, and fled scared. My boss called too. Emily, the online public opinion is too intense. Take a few days off. Ensure your safety. The verdict will be out soon anyway. Liam frowned, clearly worried. I'll ask for leave to stay with you, see how things go. It's fine, you can go to work. He shook his head, serious. Online crazies dox people. I'm worried your address is exposed, not just your workplace. I thought it wasn't that bad. But soon, someone posted the video of Liam kicking the man. The angle was tricky, only showing his kick. With incendiary captions like, police brutality, and unethical lawyer-cop couple. The internet exploded, doxing Liam's name and unit. People demanded he be fired. His boss, after learning the situation, also told him to take leave and lay low. Great, now we're both jobless, stuck at home. I handed Chloe's case to a colleague. With solid evidence, it was straightforward. But being idle at home, unable to go out. Just eating and sleeping on repeat. My best friend texted, girl bored at home. I secretly sent a photo of Liam cooking in the kitchen. He wore a pink apron, his narrow waist and broad back muscles visible underneath. Wow! Good stuff in bed, and in the kitchen. You kept this quiet. I smiled bitterly. Too much of a good thing isn't always good. Lately, it's either eating or doing. He's like a perpetual motion machine, scarily energetic. I couldn't take it anymore, asking during a break. Liam, be honest. How did you manage all these years? His ears reddened, reply brief. Hands. I traced circles on his palm. Oh, so Officer Liam's calloused palms are from holding which gun? Quite the seasoned craftsman. His eyes darkened, he pinned me down, voice husky. Indeed, the skills always come in handy. Does lawyer Emily want another demo? His hands began their precise work. I was done for. How does he keep learning new tricks? I suspect he's been studying. How can someone improve so fast? And once started, he can't stop. I'm really falling apart. Thankfully, the verdict came. As expected, the boy's family was found guilty of defamation. The public opinion reversed. The cyberbullying against me subsided. Then, Chloe spoke up on social media. Emily is my ex-boyfriend Liam's wife. Awkward, I know. But when I suffered domestic violence with nowhere to turn, she put aside personal issues and offered free help without hesitation. Officer Liam is also kind. He helped me when I called the police helplessly. I'm truly grateful to them. Without them, I'd still be trapped in a dark marriage. Suddenly, those who cursed us were stunned. The public opinion shifted completely. Officer Liam protecting his wife is so cool. A real man. Those blaming Officer Liam, if your wife's safety was threatened, wouldn't you do the same? Emily is beautiful and brave. Without her defending under pressure, the bullied girl might have been doomed. Emily has done many pro bono cases for women and children. A true lawyer for the people. Curled up with Liam, reading praises about him, I poked his chest. Officer Liam, so many girls think you're handsome. Emily, you're now the epitome of beauty and bravery. I feel threatened. He kissed my head. Wife, you're amazing, like a superhero. I nuzzled him, whispering. People ask why lawyers defend the guilty. I remember a saying, if you were accused, wouldn't you want a lawyer? A lawyer's duty is to use our knowledge to pursue justice. Not all heroes stand in the spotlight. After things calmed down, Liam and I returned to our routines. Chloe's divorce went smoothly. She got custody and most assets. But after years out of the workforce, finding a job was tough. She took off the intellectual's robe, used her cooking skills, high EQ, and fluent English to become a premium nanny, a rare find. Now she works for a well-educated family, earning nearly $30,000 monthly. When I saw her again, she glowed, confident. But the baby pressure calls increased. Emily, still no baby? Is Liam not up to it? I face-bombed. That's not the issue. Our schedules are like international summits. He arrests, I bail. He's on duty, I'm in court. He works shifts, I work overtime. I'm the people, but he doesn't serve me. Finally, we both had half a day off. We decided to do something normal. Watch a movie. After parking, a man fell in front of our car. A middle-aged man clutched his leg, overacting. You hit me. Pay up. Liam and I said in unison. Mine. Work opportunity. I took out my phone to record. Sir, you're in a blind spot, but I'm recording. This is evidence of extortion. Liam quickly changed into his uniform. Police. You're suspected of extortion. Come with us. He called a colleague. Shaoli, bring the camera. Extortion attempt at XX parking lot. The man jumped up. I remembered wrong. Not your car. But Officer Liam didn't let him go. Freeze. Pinned him down. At the station, his colleagues laughed. Team leader Liam, Emily, even on a date, you're working? Such dedication. Nominate them as annual model rule of law couple. Liam deadpanned. Just doing our duty. I smiled arm in arm. Serving the people. After the detour, we finally watched a horror film. At the climax, everyone screamed. A guy stood up to leave. Not scary at all. Leaving. Liam suddenly stood. Leaned over the seats, pinned the man down. Freeze. Police. He handcuffed him, pulled phones and wallets from his pocket. Scary enough now? The thief was pale. Terrified. Since when do cops watch movies undercover? Liam sneered. You've been pickpocketing since the start. Complaining the movie's bad each time? More dedicated than the projectionist. Amid applause, he took the thief away. Better than the movie. Back home, I saw my best friend's message. How was the date? Romantic. I sent 2 photos. Report. Assisted in arresting 2 suspects. Date review. Very criminal. Quite handcuff-worthy. Best friend. Your dates are truly sentence-worthy. I laughed, screenshotting the chat for Liam, adding a living with a smile meme. Liam finished showering, checked his phone. He looked at me meaningfully. Wife knows how to have fun. I looked. I'd accidentally sent the 18+ gif my friend shared. Liam, let me explain, it was a mistake. He chuckled softly, put the phone down, approached. Wife, let's try the first one. Oh, we can do that? Like this position? I was done for. Though busy, I did crave him. But this feast or famine cycle is too much. I begged for mercy. Officer Liam, go arrest someone. He whispered in my ear. Not arresting today. Making a baby.